Hello friends, today's topic is about acute intermittent porphyria and it is one of the most common acute porphyria. So here I also kept these particular two photos, one photo of a King George III and another that is Queen of Portugal Maria, and it is said that they are also suffering from the same disease. So it is said that King George III was suffering from mania due to the porphyria. So many of his decisions including the War of American Independence were made when he had acute attack of intermittent porphyria. So sometime it is also asked in the exam which disease or King George III is suffering from the which disease. So then you have to remember that acute intermittent porphyria. So it is most common acute porphyria and incident rate that is 1 in 10,000. It is also a hepatic porphyria and it has autosomal dominant type of the variety. So there is a no sex difference, but symptoms are more frequently seen in the female. So you have to remember that in female there are more frequently that episodes of acute intermittent porphyria is seen as compared to the male. So why it is occurring, that also we will discuss in this video. So which particular enzyme is deficient? PBG deaminase, UPG1 synthase or hydroxymethylbilane. So HMB synthase. So that all three they have the same name. So PBG deaminase because in this reaction from the porphobilinogen amino group is removed. It is forming UPG1, so it is also called a UPG1 synthase and it is also called a hydroxymethylbilane synthase. So these three are the same name. So anyone can be asked in the exam. So if any one option is given, you have to correct it. So simply you can remember that AIP means I means one. So that you can remember just simple UPG1 synthase, but you have to also remember that any three can be asked and you have to correctly choose which enzyme is deficient. So a secondary increase in activity of ALS synthase because the end product inhibition is not effective, that also we will look from the flow chart. So because that end product inhibition is not there, so ALS means delta ALS synthase enzyme activity is increased and that lead to the further formation of or increased formation of delta aminolevulinic acid and porphobilinogen. Both level will be increased initially in the blood and that will be also reflected in the urine. So from the flow chart you can easily understand why this type of reaction or increase ALA and PBG is seen. So simple, initially in heme synthesis glycine plus succinyl CoA with the help of ALS synthase enzyme delta aminolevulinic acid will be synthesized and further this from the mitochondria it will shift to the cytoplasm. ALA dehydratase enzyme that will convert ALA into the porphobilinogen. Now this porphobilinogen that need to be converted into the hydroxymethylbilane, and that is possible with the help of hydroxymethylbilane synthase or PBG deaminase enzyme, and further UPG1 synthase that is also converting this conversion of PBG into the hydroxymethylbilane. So any one this particular any name of enzyme in the exam that you would remember, this any one enzyme deficient that is leading to the acute intermittent porphyria, they are a synonym. UPG1 synthase, HMB synthase or PBG deaminase, they can be alternatively utilized. So you have to remember that any one will be there in the exam, but most commonly you can remember like UPG1 means acute intermittent porphyria. So it is also one type of the hepatic porphyria. From the hydroxymethylbilane that is further particular UPG3 will be synthesis from the UPG3 CPG, and from the CPG there is a PPG, and lastly protoporphyrin, and finally from the protoporphyrin heme synthesis there. But urine, when in this acute intermittent porphyria, urine is generally found colorless when voided, but the color will be increased on the standing due to photooxidation of porphobilinogen to the porphobilin. Simple porphobilinogen that is monopyrrole, they are generally colorless, but when there is a sunlight is present and in the presence of sunlight this PBG is converted into the porphobilin. So urine sample for the porphobilinogen estimation should be freshly collected as well as transported in a dark bottle to avoid exposure to the sunlight. Simple, I have said that if there is exposure to sunlight there is a more conversion will be there and overall concentration of PBG will be decreased, and that will give false result. So porphyrin are not excreted or elevated in blood, so there is a no photosensitivity. Generally it is found that when there is a porphyrin level is increased in the blood and that is leading to the photosensitivity, means that whenever the exposure sun exposure at that and over the site of sun exposure there is a itching will be there, itching and redness is observed, but there is a no level increased level of porphyrin or porphyrin level is normal in this patient of acute intermittent porphyria. So there is a no photosensitivity is observed. So you have to remember a porphyria with no photosensitivity. Symptoms appear intermittently and they are quite weak, means they are little imitator, means sometimes it is like that the symptoms is there but exact cause is not identified, and most commonly patient have complaint of the acute abdominal pain and vomiting are the most common symptoms. So as well as there is a most common sign, that is tachycardia is also observed in this acute intermittent porphyria. It is sometimes called a fat file syndrome. So why this name is given? Because person have a acute attack, means suddenly there is a abdominal pain is there, vomiting is there, means person will be doubt which type of situation or which disease is there, and whenever person will go for the USG, chest x-ray or anything, that physician will also not able to find out sometime, because there is a many mischiefs are there, because there is a sudden abdominal pain is there, vomiting is there, but there is a USG will be normal, means so many investigation will be there, but yet there is a not identification of the particular disease, because when urine is voided also it is have a normal color, but when it is standing for a longer duration there is a particular PBG estimation and that will give idea. So sometimes that will miss of the diagnosis of the acute intermittent porphyria is more likely. So sometimes there is a large investigation file will be there, so person may have a large list of investigation, all investigation are showing normal, but even though there is a no change in a complaint of this acute abdominal pain and vomiting, and suddenly there is a intermittently there is an attack of this abdominal pain, vomiting and tachycardia is seen with the acute intermittent porphyria. So you have to remember that sometimes it is also called a fat file syndrome. So women have a less severe manifestation before menarche and after menopause, but during reproductive age they have a more manifestation or more attack of this acute intermittent porphyria. Further, these female sex hormone have a stimulatory effect of the ALA synthase, means delta aminolevulinic acid synthase activity will be increased, and that can lead to the further elevation of the delta aminolevulinic acid and porphobilinogen, and that will lead to the further or increased frequency of this acute intermittent porphyria. So precipitated this acute intermittent porphyria is also notified that it is particularly precipitated when there is a starvation all over low glucose level, but that can be relieved by simply providing of glucose. So high carbohydrate diet that is also helping to relieve these symptoms of acute intermittent porphyria. Sometimes drugs like barbiturate is given, which are known to induce ALA synthase and precipitate an attack. Simple, what happen, mostly all drugs are metabolized in the liver. So when this barbiturate like drug is given, then what happen, all over formation of heme will be increased, and by this increased formation due to increased activity of ALA synthase, and that will precipitate attack of acute intermittent porphyria. So simply you can remember from this drug, it is mostly all drugs are metabolized in the liver. So it is particularly hepatic type of the porphyria. Another group may have a neurological manifestation, not only that acute abdominal pain and vomiting only, but sometimes neurological manifestation like sensory and motor disturbance, confusion and agitation. So that from particular King George 3 you can remember that neurological manifestation are also seen. Some patient may present with a psychiatric problem and may be treated accordingly. So you have to remember some have a maniac episode, so which we have also discussed in this particular cases or of the related to the history. So you have to remember some patient may present with a psychiatric problem and may be treated accordingly. For the liver directed gene therapy with adeno associated virus, particularly hydroxymethylbilin synthase, has been proven to prevent this drug induced acute intermittent porphyria. So these particular therapy, you have to remember, gene therapy with adeno associated virus, particularly this liver directed and this particular enzyme which is deficient and that is provided, and if it is particular enzyme is provided by this gene therapy, and that will helping to prevent drug induced acute intermittent porphyria. Further, hepatic RNA interference. So already you are knowing that RNA interference, that one particular molecule that will inhibit overall activity of this particular mRNA. So when this particular therapy is given, what happen, increase activity of ALA synthase 1, so that will lead to the increase. So particular ALAS1 synthesis, particular you are knowing that ALA synthase are of a two variety, ALA synthase 1 and 2. ALA synthase 1 that is particularly found in the liver. So hepatic RNA interference therapy is given, then it will inhibit overall activity of this ALA synthase 1 mRNA. So overall decrease the attack or incidence of attack of this acute intermittent porphyria. So simple, what happen, this RNA interferes that will overall decrease the activity of ALA synthase 1 in the patient of acute intermittent porphyria. So as a general summary here, it is shown that First enzyme that is ALA synthase in this heme synthesis, second enzyme that is ALA dehydratase, and third enzyme that is particularly UPG1 synthase, another name that is PBG deaminase or hydroxymethylbilane synthase. So any one enzyme, so that can be asked as a question of a deficient enzyme in acute intermittent porphyria. It is most common acute porphyria. Here no photosensitivity that you have to remember, and neurovisceral symptoms are typically found like acute abdominal pain, vomiting, as well as tachycardia. So further in detail of other porphyria, that also we will look in a separate video, but at present you have to remember that most important, most acute porphyria, that is acute intermittent porphyria.